Hi, it's Kim from Expressions of the Universe with your weekly wisdom for June 11th through the 18th. And I have a brand new deck. I'm pulling cards for all zodiac signs for the super full moon in Sagittarius that is coming up on June 14th. I have brand new crystals as well that I got from Jen from Al's Gemporium. She is in Ontario or Ottawa, Canada. I can't remember. Oh my gosh, Jen, Ottawa. And she's on Instagram. That's where I see her. She's clearing out her inventory. And she is continually having these live sales. The prices are great. The quality is great. I've known Jen for probably about a year, I guess, and I just really like her as a person. But she gives away stuff too, and I didn't even know it. But she spun the wheel, and I won this brand new deck from Rebecca Campbell. I have her other two decks. And everybody seems to like these. I haven't even broken the seal on these yet, but I'm going to pull cards for all of us for the full moon. So check her out. She is on Facebook, and I see her on Instagram, Owl's Gemporium. She's also on TikTok, and I think she pulled everything from her Etsy shop, and she's just selling it live on Instagram. So check her out, get some good deals because I got some beauties here. I got this ametrine from her, and I've shown you other things that I've gotten from Jen, like this. I think it's sphalerite, and I hope that's correct, Jen. I've gotten so many beautiful things from her over the past few months, but this ametrine is it is to die for. And ametrine, it's really great. It's amethyst and citrine. It is a quartz, and it really helps to de-stress us. You could see like my stress, the vein, because I did go into my office for like the first time in 2 years today, and well, I had to go in on Monday because my computer wouldn't work. But ametrine calms the mind by clearing stress and tension from the head. It balances and soothes the emotions, which is perfect because I'm recording this on a Libra moon. It relieves depression. Ametrine overcomes prejudice by enhancing compatibility and acceptance of others. It stimulates creativity. It supports taking control of one's life. It strengthens concentration, brings clarity, harmonizing perception and action, and it instigates change and ease in transactions. So, I mean, the list goes on and on. Then I also got these fantastic starberry quartz. So I got 3 of them. I had been eyeing these up from a previous post that she had. I mean, look at this. This is amazing, and I'll explain what starberry are. So you can see all of these little bubbles and different things. Apparently they're like Lemurian quartz, if you've ever read that, and they're encoded. Now that's about, and here's another one that I got that has some pretty beautiful attributes, but this one just like sends me to the moon. Literally. So Lemurian quartz are said to be encoded by a civilization. The Lemurians, I think they lived up at Mount Shasta on the west coast of the United States, but starberry are supposed to be encoded by star beings outside of this Earth planet. And what you do, you meditate with them, and you feel, as you're meditating, you feel the different bumps that are throughout them, and you rub them and you massage them, and it's supposed to open up channels within you to connect to higher beings and higher knowledge. So that's pretty much the gist of that. I can go on and on and on about that, but I know you want me to get to the card readings, and then I will go into the astrology for the week with the full moon. So this full moon, it's in Sagittarius on July 14th. It is a super moon. Let me open that. I don't know what is the name of the next full moon in June. It's the strawberry moon, and I should have known that. And I think that's why I wanted to feature the strawberry quartz, because it reminded me of that. Yes, yes, yes. So it is the full strawberry moon. It will be at 23 degrees in Sagittarius. So you want to look at your charts and see what falls in that area, what falls at 23 degrees in your mutable signs. That would be Gemini and Virgo, Pisces, Sagittarius, as well as the fire signs, because there'll be a trine, the fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sag. I'm going to leave that right there. So that full moon comes in at 7:52 a.m. on June 14th. So you probably want to look at it and view it and do your rituals the night before on Monday the 13th. And since we're out of that eclipse wormhole for right now, put out your moon water, put out your crystals for charging. I would, weather dependent, I would put the crystals out starting on Saturday night, and I would leave them out until, Friday night, the 17th. So get those really well charged, put your moon water out there, do your rituals. Full moons are for releasing things that no longer serve us. This Sagittarius moon, though, Sagittarians are all about adventure. We will have some rough aspects with it because this moon will be squaring Mars and Jupiter in Aries. Well, how is that? Because if it's a Sag moon, oh, you know what? Because the moon will be moving, it's at 23 degrees. So later, where did I see that? I could have swore that I saw that. Maybe I'm losing. Oh, the next day, the 15th, the moon squares Jupiter and Mars in Aries because the moon moves into Capricorn pretty quickly after this full moon. It will be trining Uranus. So be really careful with accidents, rushing around. The Sagittarius moon has us so optimistic and feeling really fantastic. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. It's grandiose. We could be a little too much, a little too over the top. So really, you want to keep yourselves in check because something may seem like a great idea in this full moon energy, and it's absolutely absurd. You could wind up really getting hurt. But our imaginations are running wild with us on this full moon. And so, Sagittarius rules, well, the organs, it says liver, the sacrum, the thigh bone, the tailbone, hip muscles, the sciatic too, the hip joints, the lumbar vertebra. Oh my gosh, I'll tell you, when the South Node was in Sagittarius last year, I herniated two of the L1 and L2 in my back, and I have my South Node in Sag. So I'm grateful that that is off of there. So I'm going to have to really practice what I preach, because I could really hurt myself and re-injure my back. No surgeries during full moon times. So, you know, like if you're planning a surgery, you may want to hit me up because, you know, I am a medical astrologer. A lot of people reach out to me when they are going to have a surgery. I look at their chart. I see what they when they should and should not do that. So you could always order a reading from me to look up your information. This is brand new deck from Rebecca Campbell. I don't even think the shop that I work out of twice a month has this in yet, although it's been out for a little while. Like I said, I have her Starseed deck, and there's another deck before that, and I can't think of what the name is, but they're all in similar boxes. Everybody loves it. This is the Rose Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. We're going to see what we get, and then I will pull up the charts. June is pretty much a very calm month, considering everything that we've been through for the past few years. So take that for what it is. I do have the book here because, as you can see, I haven't even broken the seal on this. I have to thank Jen Blake of Al's Gemporium for gifting these to me. You know, I love cracking open a brand new deck. Should we pull a card for the week first? Let me clear the energy. Do a little shuffle. I have not looked at this deck whatsoever. I will timestamp the signs, especially if I'm going to read from the book or if I'll just read the card. I don't know yet. We will see. I hope you liked the tarot reading I did in my last video, and I am working on a presentation about our planetary birthdays. Do you know when your moon birthday is? Do you know when your Mercury or Venus or Mars birthday is? So you'll have to check it out because all of our planets come back to the place that we were born. So when does that occur? I'm going to present that to y'all in between this weekly wisdom and the new moon that will be coming in 2 weeks, because that lull time, you know, and I'm looking at the astrology. Yes, there are conflicts and tensions, but nothing really too much, you know. Mercury's coming out of retrograde. Saturn just went in. We're coming into the outer planet retrogrades, and they're very slow, but they have us going inward and taking a look at what's going on in our lives and where are we going. It's contemplation time, as always. All right, so let me pick a card for the week that I can channel and post next week on Facebook and Instagram. All right, I love this, and it really does go with this Sagittarius full moon. It's the child within, and Sagittarius is the eternal child, I think. Always frolicking in the fields and going off onto adventures and needing constant stimulation and, you know, new things coming in. They get bored very easily. But this says it's inner mother, our inner mother, you know, like the mother within us that nurtures that inner child. It's our innocence, it's gentleness and tenderness. So this is a big indication to me that we need to be taking better care of ourselves, and definitely going to pair it with the ametrine. It almost looks exactly like that. I mean, I didn't plan it. I just opened up this deck. So I'm going to put this card to the side, and I will post a channel message with the astrology sometime next week, and I will post it on Facebook and Instagram. So stay tuned for that. Let's give another shuffle, and I'm going to start with Aries. I'm just going to pull from the top. We'll see what we have for this full moon. What is your message? I'm going to up the explanation card. So glad that popped up on the top. All right, I'm cutting these. You want to pay attention to your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign, and anywhere in your chart where you have a stellium or a cluster of planets. If you need to learn how to pull your own chart, I do have a video for that in this library somewhere, my Astrology 101, and there is a video that says how to pull your own chart, because it's really important to be aware of, you know, what your planets are, what signs they're in, what houses they are in, so that when these things occur, you know what part of your life it's happening in. All right, Aries, suns, risings, moons. You have healing the mother line, healing ancestral work, the mother line, and growing up. So this is interesting. So for the Aries, suns, risings, and moons, this healing the mother line, this would be healing the maternal side of your lineage, healing any wounds. It's time for you to maybe stop acting like a baby, stop having the temper tantrums, stop being entitled, and it's time for you to grow up, grow a pair, and get over maybe some mother issues, maternal issues, lack of love that you may have had. This is definitely deep ancestral work, and I think that is perfect for the ametrine that I'm featuring this week, as well as, trying, starberries are extremely rare. And so I feel blessed to have these, but you can use clear crystal quartz. Lemurian quartz is pretty easy to get hold of. But I would stick with the ametrine, because I think that could really help with this. And yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. Go deep within and see if there are any maternal wounds. And this could even be, if you're a female, could be your own maternal wounds that you may have with your own children as well. Taurus, suns, risings, and moons. You have the Holy Grail. Stop the endless searching, take an inner quest. The Holy Grail. Everything that you need to know is already within inside of you. So, this is definitely going to be something wonderful to work with, these starberries and even the ametrine, to go within, to tap within, tap down, get inside, and to find your own Holy Grail. Stop looking outside of yourself for whatever, quick fix it is, or stop looking outside of yourselves to fill up something that might feel empty within yourselves. It's time to go within, much like the Saturn retrograde, which will not turn direct until October 23rd. So we've got several months to really take a look, mature ourselves, grow up a little bit, take responsibility for some issues. But I love this. Also, too, there is a deer in here, which is one of my totems. There is also, looks like, an eagle or a hawk. Those are really fantastic totems for me. And it looks like right in the center is a rose. I think this deck is called the Rose Oracle. So I guess every card has a rose, and rose is loving energy. It is about self-love. So I think that's really good, because all signs are pointing towards us all going within and stop looking outside of ourselves for the answers that we need, because we already have them. Gemini, and we are still in the month of Gemini. This card is called Held, like held. It says sureness of the soul, unseen help, support, and community. And in this picture, it looks like an elder holding a small child within her hands or his hands. And this is saying for the Gemini suns, risings, and moons, even though there may be chaos going on around you, know that somewhere like on the other side, in that spiritual realm that is right next to us, your guides or an angel, your ancestors, someone is holding you and supporting you always. And that's to let you know that you are okay. This is also about allowing your community, your friends, or people that are around you to hold and support you in the times of need. This says sureness of the soil. So immediately it makes me think of take your shoes off and get outside and ground yourselves. So Geminis, if you're freaking out, you need to take your shoes off and get out into the earth and just feel the solidity, the solid ground under your feet, and know that it's not falling out from under you. Okay. Cancers, the mystic rose, compassion, devotion, humility, humanity, and grace. And this is all about heart love, heart chakra love, the mystic rose. This is about having compassion not only for others, but for yourself, devotion to something that strikes passion within you, humility, humanity, helping out another, and also grace. So what I'm immediately thinking of is like how people can point the finger at others sometimes. I'm not just saying this like, for cancers, but in a judgmental state. Well, you don't know what another person is going through. None of us do. So we have to try and find that humility, that compassion, that humanity within us. Even when I'm behind someone who is driving so slow, first of all, I feel like the angels are protecting me from something. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go with it. There's been times where, I've been so heartbroken over loss, and I'll be in my car driving, unaware really of, what is going on, how fast, how slow. This is just an example. And I know people behind me maybe are pissed and honking, and it's like, you have no idea what is going on with me. Like, this is just about being kind to others and to yourself. And I think for the cancers, it's more important to have the compassion and the kindness towards ourselves, because cancers nurture everybody. A lot of the water signs do that. They nurture everybody and then neglect themselves. So this would be a time, maybe you should be taking care of yourself. So I know that I just went off onto a couple different tangents there, but that's what came into my head. Leo. All right, Leo, the bud. And the bud says this is potential, promise, it's about to happen, and keep going. So the bud, think about, that beautiful rosebud, it's so tight. And little by little, before you know it, one day you walk out in your garden and it's fully bloomed. That's what this is reminding me of. So it talks about the potential of something beautiful is coming. Hang in there. Keep on going. Don't give up. It's coming. It is on its way. I love that. So if you're struggling, Leos, know that everything is going to be okay. There is so much potential. And think about that tight rosebud that slowly opens, and you walk out into the garden, and one day it's fully bloomed, and you stick your nose down into it, and The fragrance is just amazing. You couldn't even imagine when it was that tight bud. All right, Virgo, Brothers of the Rose. Interesting. Sacred masculine, honor, protection, and support. So Virgo suns, risings, and moons. This is asking you to explore the masculine side, maybe of your lineage, of your friendships and relationships. Are you being supported in the way that you need? Are you needing to call in some masculine support? It is also about strength and power and being strong. There's a lot of emotion here with the water. And this is also knowing that you are protected. I'm just pulling this out there. I'm sure there is a particular Virgo out here. I'm picking up brother energy, obviously, but this is saying if you feel that your brother has been around, he has, helping, supporting, loving. But I feel like a lot of Virgos, it's time for you to call in the masculine side of you, or to call in that masculine support that you have been so looking for. You know, and if you are in a partnership, maybe your partner needs to step up, or there's a possibility that you're not seeing your partner for who he is. For those who have a he as a partner, whoever you are, honor that this person is doing the best that they can, and help you. You can help support them as well instead of putting them down, is what I'm picking up. Libra, suns, risings, and moons. You have the breathing rose. It is heart healing, emotions, connection, time eases, meaning all wounds. So this is heart and solar plexus chakra. It is about taking some deep breaths, stepping away, maybe counting to 10, maybe. Libra is an air sign. It is trining the sun in Gemini, a sister air sign. But this is a time for you to heal your heart, heal your emotions, heal the connections that maybe have been severed or broken. Maybe you just need to come to terms with that that's how it is, and just know that time he eases all wounds. I mean, sometimes it's 30 years, 40 years, but eventually time does heal all wounds. Scorpio, you have trust the seasons. I love that. This is a very pretty card. Trust the seasons. So this is about embracing change, the cycles of life, transition, and growth. Perfect for Scorpio, because your sign is the epitome of transition and growth and cycles. It's immediately coming to me about moon cycles. I wish these cards were numbered so that I had something. Oh, and if you look in the background, there are storm clouds, but there is a moon right over here in the distance. And I feel as though whatever you're going through, Scorpio, suns, risings, and moons, this is just one season of your life, one cycle of your life. There are 13 full and new moons every single year. You just have to go through these cycles. Know that you're up for a big transition, big change, which is going to bring big growth. My goodness. But yeah, that's pretty beautiful. Sagittarius, happy full moon, Sagittarians. This is your full moon. And you have the thorn. Ouch. Ouch. It says, but it's about protection. It's about boundaries and clear communication. So these women, they are surrounded by the thorns in the rose bush. And that is for the protection of the rose bush. You know, that is the boundary of the rose bush. And so, you know, this is a really good time for the Sagittarian suns, risings, moons, stelliums to take a look at your own boundaries. Are you, do you have healthy boundaries set? Are you keeping to your boundaries? Do you need to relook at your boundaries? And I'm thinking about a post that I just saw today on Instagram, and I should have saved it. And it said something like, it's time to reevaluate boundaries. And this is for your own protection and then also clear communication, no passive aggressiveness. So if somebody is breaking your boundaries that maybe you thought that you set, maybe you need to be a little clearer, a little explanatory. People are not mind readers, okay? So if someone isn't getting it, then you may have to explain. I know who it was. It was Nina Tawab on Instagram. She's a therapist. She's fabulous. And she talked about no being a complete sentence. You know, just saying no. Most people will understand that, but there will be people that don't understand no. So you may have to explain it to them, but it's like you're setting a boundary. I have a habit of saying yes to things personally and then regretting it and then feeling like a jerk if I want to break it. So I think it all kind of goes in line with that. Capricorns, the temple of the rose. So let's see, it looks like surrounded by women, supported by women, ancient power, expression, activation, and scarlet codes. I don't know what scarlet codes are. I'll have to explore that. So let me just take a quick peek here. The temple of the rose. Hopefully these are all in alphabetic order. So the temple of the rose, it says ancient. Oh, I just said that. For millennia, feminine power, expression, and wisdom have been suppressed. So this is about the divine feminine. So even if you identify as a male, we all have masculine, feminine qualities within us. This says, how are you being called to call back your power? Express your truth. Honor the cyclical nature within you. So Capricorn's also going through this cycle of bringing your power back in, standing in your power. I wanted to see what the scarlet code was because I've never heard of that. But I feel like there's a particular Capricorn that I know, Megan, and I have a feeling that she knows what the scarlet code is. I don't know. That's what my guides are telling me. So this is about calling back your power. I love that. Aquarius, it's the sun, the sun, the sun. I love that. This is some brilliant, shining, beaming rose. So Aquarius, joy, enjoyment, life force, success, vitality, and play. And I know my favorite Aquarian, my bee, needs to do more of this, needs to have more fun, needs to play more. So I don't know if all Aquarians are like that, but it's my body, mind, and spirit, everything in balance. But you're coming into that sunshine of your life. And Aquarians, you really do need to get out into the sun because you have a tendency to be depressed when not in the sun. And my favorite Aquarian hates to be out in the sun. So that's like a double-edged sword. But I love that for the Aquarians. I really feel that the sun is coming out. The sun is shining. Saturn is retrograde in Aquarius. So that's your ruling planet typically. You could feel restricted. You could feel held back. I say just get out and enjoy yourself. Go for a walk around the block. Do something fun. Put on some music. Dance around. Play in your garden. Spend time with the people that you love, Aquarians. And last but not least, Pisces. And you have Sub Rosa. Sub Rosa. Okay, so what am I seeing here? Sub Rosa says things that are hidden in plain sight, the mysteries of life. Well, that's all about Pisces and the 12th house and learning and teaching. So this is like the epitome of Pisces. This is about you embodying everything that is you, Pisces. I love this triangle, the trine that this person is making with their fingers. This is like the ancient pyramid, the healing pyramid, but this is all about 12th house, the hidden things, the hidden mysteries, things that are hidden in plain sight. And this is about learning and also teaching. I love that. I really feel like this person is ascending to a higher plane and just everything starts to click. So meditation is going to be the key for you guys. I hope that let me just double check and make sure I got everybody. Yep, okay, because I don't want to leave anybody out. Now, I'm going to move on to, real quick, the astrology for the week. And like I said, I am time stamping all of this. So let me set my page up so that I can share my screen with y'all if you're still hanging around. All right, so here we have the beginning of this weekly wisdom, June 11th. And I think what really stood out to me is, you know, we do have a lot of conflict energy. You can see that all within here. Mostly, what was it? I saw the moon opposing Uranus. That is conflict. But you know what? Venus is going to be conjuncting Uranus down here in the 5th house of romance and pleasure. This is from my perspective in New York, and the North Node is here as well with Gemini. I mean, with Mercury, because Mercury is just pulling out and trying to move forward. I feel as though there could be some tension and unexpected breakups, or we could be having some unexpected meetings, fated events, North Node, communications, Gemini. I really kind of like that energy, even though it could be, it's really saying expect the unexpected. Now, the conjunction of Venus and Uranus also, to me, talks about needing freedom in your relationship, going out and having fun, not being glued to each other's hips. So that's why I feel like there could be some breakups. Now, we're all going to be feeling this energy. So this is spontaneous enjoyment and pleasure. So we could be meeting, if we've been looking for a partner, hello. Maybe he's around the corner somewhere. I don't know. I'm hoping. So that's what I see next Saturday. There was also something, yeah, the moon opposing Uranus. Be careful of accidents as well. So, you know, because we do have this heavy Aries energy, which is pretty accident prone, but this Scorpio moon opposing Uranus, just be careful. So we're going to advance this to the full moon. And where are we? Full moon at 23, sun. So the sun's in Gemini at 23 degrees, moon in Sagittarius at 23 degrees. From East Coast perspective, we're looking at the 5th and 11th house axis. So once again, romance, pleasure, creativity, passion, children, and then, you know, our friends, people on the outside. This is like really about having fun. That is that Sagittarius moon. The only aspects that I'm really thinking of is what is going on with Neptune. Neptune is sextile to Pluto. So changes are coming about. I feel like the energy is pretty delicious. I would just caution against like being absolutely ridiculous. Like I'm cautioning against overindulgence, drinking. Do not drink and drive on this moon because, you know, accidents can occur. Because the following day, I said that the moon is going to be squaring. There's the moon in Capricorn, and it is going to be making a square to Mars and Jupiter up here in Aries, I believe. Yep. And that could be volatile. You know, Mars is full of action. He's heated. He could be angry. Jupiter is like, yes, let's do it. But, you know, we have a conservative moon, although, you know, don't piss a Capricorn off. Like, you may not see it, but if you push them just enough, they will feel it. So let me just see this. Quick-tempered, intolerant, impatient, irritable. That's what we're seeing with that. And then Jupiter, it's like a little self-indulgent. We could be really self-indulgent under that Sagittarius moon. And so that's really all I wanted to show you, because like Saturday, I know that there's some aspects. And then of course on that moon, the day after the moon, it's like, oh, just chill, stay in the present. No need to rush anything. The 16th, next Thursday, that looks pretty beautiful because we have a lot of trining, harmonious energy. Yeah, but there's tensions, there's in and out. A lot of this is very emotional. Not so much the planetary issues. Even that moon squaring Mars and Jupiter, it doesn't last long because the moon moves so fast. But it's like, you know, you could wake up fine one day and then 12 hours later you're inflamed. And like that really feels like what's been going on with the energy lately. But it's nothing. It's really not bad because it's not lingering. The moon moves so quickly. So stay tuned for my planetary birthday video, the planetary return video. Stay tuned for the channeling of the weekly card with the crystals of the week and the astrology of the week. If you have any questions, post it, you know, on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, wherever you're seeing this, and I will be sure to answer. I think that's all I have for this week. I hope you enjoyed this. Look for the timestamps for your card readings, and I will catch you next week. Have a beautiful week. Happy full strawberry super moon. And be sure to check out my other videos and subscribe to this channel for more deliciousness. Bye. If I can get out of here, I can never do that, right?